Your
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
friend and mine, the Dan Bongino, who obviously has real expertise on the Secret Service side of things, having served himself, tweeted out that he believes the head of the Secret Service should resign because she was warned about the increased threat and the need for additional resources. On my own radio show, Clay and Buck, Clay said just a few days ago on the air, I'm really worried about Trump. I would personally pay to triple his Secret Service detail. The threats against him must be through the roof. So this was, you start to pull this all together, and this isn't like some random congressman somewhere that was attacked by a maniac. Trump is the single highest profile. I think you could argue even more so than the sitting president because of the political temperature and what's going on in the country right now. Highest profile target that there is, and the most threats against him right now. And so, I mean, while I can understand that, there's this idea, well, Secret Service did their best and they dove and they tried to, manage the situation. They really have one job, and it's to prevent this from happening. And they didn't prevent it. The counterfire was late. I mean, it stopped this from getting worse. This was inches away from a national catastrophe where we would have woken up tomorrow in a different country, in a different political reality, in a place where my own family was calling me. I was talking to my parents as soon as this happened. I mean, I was in the worst situation. I was getting texts and everything. I'm in the gym. It's loud. My parents called me. They said, "Do you see this?" And we're talking. And I said, "Oh my God, have they assassinated President Trump?" And they asked me, "What do you think happens?" I mean, I think I have ideas for almost everything, Megan. But if that had happened, we would not know what the country would look like, what the future would be like tomorrow, in a way that is terrifying. Honestly, I mean, I think that if you're looking
Yeah.
to see how the country could be pulled apart at the seams, it would be a presidential candidate who's ahead by massive numbers, being assassinated. And of course, it's not also in the vacuum of just one. I know they're going to say it's one crazy person, but we know that Trump he's been impeached twice. He's been indicted 4 times. They have thrown more against this president and had more aggressive propaganda and just insane things, calling him Hitler-like. I mean, Hitler killed 11 million people in the death camp, 6 million Jews. In what universe is there a Hitlerian comparison that needs to be made to Donald Trump? They do it all the time. They just had him on the cover of
Yep.
the New Republic a week ago with a Hitler mustache on. These people are insane. And the major news networks, I'm sorry, they're just as bad in terms of the propaganda. They're a part of it. CNN had a thing about the president fell down. Did you see that? I'm sure you've
Yeah.
talked about it already.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, I grew up with the Trumps. I knew Trump's kids. He's a dad. He's a husband. He's a human being. He's serving the country. There's just no sense of basic humanity when it comes from the other side, not just in the midst of this assassination attempt, but all along they treat him like he's some sort of reptile that has to be exterminated. It is horrific. And so it's in that
Yes.
context that we see this assassination attempt. It's in that context that we say, how many people on the left go on Twitter right now or X? There are people that are making jokes about this. There are people that, say that I don't even want to repeat it on your show, but there are people in this country for whom today wasn't a wake-up call. It was something that they've been perhaps psychologically preparing for and maybe even hoping for a long time. And that is a horrible thing to think and say as an American right now, but it is out there. You can see it for yourself.